I want to move on to Judge Moore. A lot of people are talking about the fact that the president hasn't weighed in on this. I want to ask you guys about that. But the White House press secretary did say something today during her briefing. Let's take a listen.
Look, the president believes that these allegations are very troubling and should be taken seriously, and he thinks that the people of Alabama should make the decision on who their next senator should be.
So that's a no. He thinks Roy Moore should stay in?
Look, the president said in his statement earlier this week that if the allegations are true, then that Roy Moore should step aside. He still firmly believes that.
What do you think? Do you want to hear from this president? I mean, given some of the allegations that have followed him, given that tape that came out during the campaign, do we need to? I mean, does the president hold any sway here? In this argument?
As president, that comes with a certain responsibility, and the public is looking to you for a response. So I think it is important for the president to say something about it, and the fact that he has things in his own past, I think, would only be a way to bolster the fact that he recognizes that this is a problem and this is something that he actually cares about, if he in fact does care about it.
Do you need to hear, ladies, you need to hear from the president on this? Or do you want to hear from the president?
I think hearing from Ivanka, what she said, there's a special place in hell for men who go after children and teenagers. I mean, that was a really bold statement, especially coming from a White House counselor or a White House official. So, but President Trump weighing in at this point, it might be good for him to say, we condemn sexual harassment, assault, and all this stuff. But it's hard for him to mention that and then not have everything from 2016 come back up and say, what about your accusers?
Right. Should Roy Moore step out? Or should voters in Alabama decide? I didn't ask you if the women, the accusers, have credibility, because we all take the position they do. So given that, given the fact that he's not moving, he's staying in, I mean, what do you think? Should the voters in Alabama decide?
I think they can decide, but then if the Senate wants to give him the boot, I mean, they're taking that hit themselves. They're not going to have anyone there, or they're going to have a Democrat. Yeah.
One more question. How does this change your own relationships and the relationships of your friends, other women, co-workers, that sort of thing? Does this change everything in the offices? Is every good company now dusting off, its training session, sexual harassment and other discrimination, that sort of thing, do you think?
No, I mean, I think the way it changes the conversation is it holds employers accountable to make sure that they are covering these topics and making sure that it's known, it's unacceptable behavior. And once you enforce these rules, I think that it will deter people from actually doing what's wrong.
You agree?
I hope that companies are taking this more seriously and that there are measures that are really put into place that will help victims speak out in the future. I do think that culturally there has been a shift, and hopefully women will feel more empowered to say something.
Yeah, and men feel empowered to say something. Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. Ladies, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.